Very beautiful people, welcome back to another episode of Pages of My Diary. With me will be Maina, and it's been a minute, but I had not sijapotea YouTube for forever. Sometimes you need to take a break and take a step back and breathe as you also reflect. And as I was reflecting, I came to realize some few things about myself or some few things about my life. And I've also been doing meditation, which I do every evening. And you know, when you meditate, they say you connect with your brain. So, and the brain is the most powerful organ. So, to understand what I am doing, what I am feeling, and what life is, and how it is going, and how it has been. So, as I was thinking about that, I realized that there is a type of childhood trauma that I am carrying with me each and every single day. And we hear so many times, so many people have talked about childhood traumas and how they affect us, and how the different types of childhood traumas that we pick from our upbringing when we were growing up, to how our parents treated us, to how other people treated us. There's some characteristics that we carry on to our life, forward with our lives. And I've shared in a previous episode about my high school bullying, so if you've not checked that video, make sure you go and listen to it, so because there's no need of sharing that to everyone. And as I am growing, or as I am going through the process of healing, I might not heal completely, but I will be able to navigate with it easier. The burden that I carry of the bullying that I received or I experienced in high school is going to be, I'm going to know how to carry it a little bit lighter or a little bit better going forward. And there are also characteristics that I saw that, or some aspects about me that changed, or some behaviors that I acquired after that occurrence. And you see, this is like for so many years back, but there are some characteristics that I have carried with me that I got from that experience. Before the bullying, flashback, before that I used to be very loud, I used to be very outgoing, I used to air out my views regardless. I used to not really care as much as I do now. But after that, I became a little bit silent. I have to really think about, when I want to tell you something, I have to think about what your reaction might be. I'm like, it might go this way or that way, and I am thinking, like, if it goes this way, this is what I'll do, and if it goes that way, because most of the times I think it will end up negatively. And also I detached from so many people, especially friendships. So these days I keep a very small circle. I don't really have as many friends as I used to. And I used to be very social. I used to be an extrovert. Currently I'm an introvert, a very big introvert, and so many other characteristics. And some, yes, are positive. Some, like, I'm living with them okay, but some I feel like if I am able to get rid of them, I can be able to spread my wings even further. And I'm not here to share my trauma with you. I'm here to talk to all those people that wanaendeleza bullying or that bully people. Whether it is in high school, whether it is in workplaces, whether it is in social media or cyberbullying, I want to tell you this, that whatever you're doing currently might seem harmless, but it creates a dent to the person that you are bullying. It hurts them. It creates a wound that opens each and every time that they experience even the slightest of inconvenience, and they carry with it each and every day. And you see, even when you're growing up, maybe you're bullied in primary school or kindergarten, and when you're growing up, there are some things that you try to avoid. If you are bullied by your friends, you try your best to avoid as many friends as possible. And maybe you're a sales and marketing, maybe consultant, or you're in that field. You need to interact with as many people as possible. But it will come to a time that thing that, or that bullying that you experience, affects your work, because you can't really interact with as many people as possible, or as you would like, or as the work expects you to. So even if you try to work on healing it, the moment you as a bully, you keep on bullying people, or you keep on having that recurrent behavior of bullying as many people in whatever field or whatever, wherever you meet them, you make them, it's just like the analogy of adding water to a bucket, bullying and trauma to a person, and this person maybe goes to therapy and they try to heal. So they take 1 cup of water of this trauma and pours it out, but then you take them to the same position that they were in when you bully them again. So they bring back that cup that they had poured out, so the water remains constant. And with this, they carry with this till the end of their days. One thing I will tell you is, people will always hold their opinions, whether negative or positive. People will always have their opinions, and especially about you, or about your character, or about everything that you do. And I will tell you that my mom always tells me that if a tree that doesn't have fruits can never have stones being thrown into it. But if you feel yourself always being thrown stones at, it means you're fruitful and you're flourishing, and people want to make sure that the fruits that you've bared or they fall off, and when they fall off they burst and they can't be of help to you. So I hope that helps you to carry on forward. So if you're a bully, it's not too late to stop. If you always feel like just saying negative things about other people, just don't. Even though someone hurts you, there are better ways to approach the situation. Yes, but I know the journey is still long for those who are suffering or dealing with childhood traumas. But one thing I know is that we are going to be okay. That's it for today's video. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until the next episode, always remember to stay true to yourself.